Okay, so while I'm in an experimental mood, I'm going to do something I've been kind of wondering about, and that is, what's the difference in how Liquitex pouring medium behaves in comparison to the self-leveling gel by Golden? They're both pouring mediums that you mix with your paint or just pour directly on a painting to give a nice high gloss finish, sort of like what they call a surfboard finish. And there's a lot of interesting things you can do with that, so I wanted to find that out for myself. So I'll share this. This is the first time I've done this, so I can't profess to know what I'm doing. I'm exploring. So this is the Liquitex pouring medium. And the way I've seen people do this before, they apply it pretty liberally. You have a choice. You can actually dam up the edges of the piece. In this case, I'm sort of painting while I'm doing this, so I don't have much going on here except for a few squiggles of, I use this Golden Burnt Sienna fluid paint. I used this turquoise. It's actually cell paint. I'm not even sure what it is exactly. I picked it up somewhere. And so now I'm just sort of, oops, gotta get this on what I'm doing. Yes, I still have not gotten a tripod, which I need to do if I'm going to continue doing videos. But as I was saying, I could have used some duct tape to seal the edge of this so that it wouldn't go off the edge, but I decided for this first experiment I want to try actually having it go off the edge. And they always suggest using a pretty thick, I should have put down something to wipe my, I need some paper towels. Oops. Okay, what was I saying? They always suggest doing a really liberal layer, letting the paint do what it's going to do, because it has a nature of its own, and that's why I'm interested in pursuing this. I like the idea of working with chaos, and the way I see it is it's sort of collaborating with Mother Nature. It's going to do what it wants to do, and I can't control it completely. So I like that idea because I am the control freak. So let's just see what that does, I guess. For this other one, I already have something going on here. Basically, it's a tissue paper that was glued down to a board, and I painted onto it. And this was some while ago, so I don't even remember exactly what I did. I guess I just used very fluid acrylics and kind of threw it on there and let it kind of merge with itself. So again, that's what I love about fluid acrylics. In this case, I'm going to get a spoon over here. And I'm going to, it looks like it's a little bit thicker, and that's probably why it's in a jar, a tub, instead of a bottle. So, again, it's requiring a pretty liberal amount. When you put it down, of course, it is white, but when it dries completely clear. As much as I kind of like the random pattern of this, the purpose is really to make a pretty flat varnish surface that doesn't have a lot of texture to it. I could do that. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Or maybe, you know, why don't I just go with it and see what happens if I just take some of this cell vinyl. And basically, this is a vinyl formulated paint that I think that they used for cartoons and stuff. I don't know exactly. I think they painted on transparencies or something. I could be totally wrong. So let's try that on the outside. So I want to leave the initial layer showing through most of this, and in fact, I don't want to do too much to this. I guess I want to level out parts of it so that it actually has that kind of level surface. So at this point I'm going to need something to, I don't want to smear that on it, so I think I'll get, well, whatever. I don't think ahead and I just end up having to reuse the tools, so let's see. Maybe I'll just, whatever. I don't care if my hands get dirty, I'll just use the other end of it. I don't want to do too much fussing, as I said, so maybe I'll, instead of doing too much coaxing, I'll take a more fluid medium. Let's see, what do I need then? Well, I guess I'll go ahead and mix this. The pouring medium from Liquitex I'll put around the edges because I want it to meet up with the edge. Let's see what that does. Fill in some of these gaps. And I'm guessing that this will probably even out by the time I come back to this. It's going to be a very transparent layer with some of this upper layer mixed in with it, and it'll be interesting to see what happens to both of these.